Hi there, YouTube. eBay's YouTube again, home of the one-take video. Okay, so here we have these hand controls I put in here about 9 years ago. You see that little pulley down there, right there. So the gas pedal is pulling right off of a piece of climbing rope attached right here. In the past, when I first came up with this, I didn't need to put the pulley. I just had the climbing rope going over the top of the accelerator pedal, which is literally just pulling a cable in a seesaw manner, pulling a cable out of the firewall. So you see the action. It's literally, of course, with the pulley makes the effort of pulling the pedal down or pushing the pedal down half the effort of pressing on it. And this has generated a few complaints. A couple of 1/4-inch zip ties holding the brake onto the brake stem going either side of this arm. And to me, that's plenty secure. If one breaks, you would hear it or feel it, and it's just not going to come off. The two are very unlikely to break. And I think these are the second set in 10 years, and only because I replaced this handle. I don't know if you noticed, but the handle from about 10 years ago was a different color and a different angle. Now I got some matching gray leather. Of course, this is a real important part. Not only does the hand control return to the same spot every time, there it is, and you can still use, I believe you can still use, yep, this part that a normal hand control will disable all that. And I mean, it's the fewest moving parts of any hand control I know about. They're rotated, the string is rotated up and out of the way of an able-bodied driver. Okay, you only have half the brake pedal, but unless this climbing rope is really thin and gets stuck in the pulley somehow, you're not going to have a problem. And yeah, this thing has lasted 10 years, which, is more than I can say for hand controls that come in here and disable this whole thing. They set your steering wheel in one place. You can't ever change it again, no matter who's driving it, which is just lame. Goes up and back, up and down. If you pay $1,500 for someone to come in here and strap your hand controls with metal to the steering column, it's $1,500 for the hand control, $700 to install them, crazy number like that. When, as Elon says, first principles, the best part is no part, the best process is no process. And these are all made with, this is a brake clamp from a wheelchair, so is this. This is just a bolt with a couple washers on it. The rest, this is a recycled hand control. I mean, it's a recycled outrigger for skiing. And so, let's see, here's another one. Get a better look at the hardware involved. This has worked in again, same stuff. Got some perforated leather on this one. Sewed up like someone who's got too much time on their hands. Steering wheel style. Again, this is for the bungee cord to return this to the exact safe position you want. You can position this in any manner you want. Now, this was for a Mazda 5, where actually, since the clamp was too close to the edge, a brake clamp for a wheelchair, 1 inch, too close to the edge, I actually had to glue it, because when the clamp was tight enough, it was putting pressure on this nice smooth action, and this has been used for years, and yet no mushrooming of the aluminum because of this nice Delrin washer I created. So here's where you would put two, or hey, you could put 4 1/4-inch zip ties. This adjusts at any angle. You can get it a lot stiffer by tightening. Again, this is part of a brake clamp for a wheelchair. Again, a bolt with a lot of washers making space. You can go anyway, that's the basic hand control. So apart from this, I would have to, and just to say, this pulley down here is just bolted right into the firewall, okay, with a wood screw and some permanent red thread locker. And you know, I just took a chance that there's hopefully no brake line or wire behind that hole. And I wonder that about the Tesla I'm going to make a hole into right about there, since Elon, hand controls buddy, in 1947 the first automatic car had a basic hand control right here. Down was brake and up was gas, because they figured with that first automatic car, they wanted to see if anybody, 1947, the Oldsmobile had the first true automatic transmission. And so yeah, these I got from Quick Stick, 100 and something bucks. Real simple, gas, brake. They were last adjusted very quickly with no tools for a test drive in a Tesla X. Elon. And I did a couple of alterations. I think I made more holes in this to make it more adjustable. And if I'm ever going to use these for any length of time in a rental car, or let's say my new Tesla, I would definitely have a bungee cord around here to return them to the same spot. And of course, this is going to be the more permanent hand control. I've never seen a hand control that actually beats these in durability. So this will go in my Tesla, I hope. And hopefully the aluminum I'm going to drill into to anchor that pulley has the kind of resilience that steel has with a wood screw. Maybe I'll do something even better, like put a thread, set a thread in there and bolt it down good with some thread locker instead of just going through metal. But like I said, these are some simple portable hand controls. Adjust very quickly. One way I altered them is I made sure these bolts didn't need to be held by anything. They worked fine without this, but it was kind of good to have them in a place where they couldn't be lost or fall out, or you know, you just got one thing to tighten rather than just hold these until you get it tight. But yeah, these will just slip on any brake pedal in this case and gas pedal in this case, and you're off to the races. And I just wanted to show real quick what I consider to be the best hand controls that are semi-permanent, I would call them. Even these, after a few years of wear, there's a 5-year-old setup now. This didn't used to move. I anchored it with a little bungee cord here because of the movement. So they return to this horizontal position. Yeah, they move around, which is just fine. These strap around the steering wheel. You can still adjust the steering wheel quite easily. There it is, up and down, in and out. In and out's kind of stiff, but okay. I don't know where this was last positioned, but that looks good. Now maybe out is better, since that's where it was, all the way out. Okay, so just saying, when they install real permanent hand controls and charge an awful lot of money, they destroy pretty much all this. If there's a vent going across, like in my Pathfinder 2002. Anyway, very simple. Gas is just a lever like this, pushing straight on the gas pedal. I put that bend in there. These you can order from proudly made in Canada, Automobility Corp, something road, Lorne Street, Regina, Saskatchewan. Now don't pronounce this Regina, you'll get corrected. It's Regina. And these are literally made in length and size and all that to fit on a Toyota Sienna. There's a lot more of the gas pedal showing. There's plenty of room for the accelerator pedal, and a good barrier-free move from one pedal to the other for an able-bodied driver. This is the airbag, the knee airbag, it says right on there. If that ever deployed with these installed, good luck. I haven't really bothered to disable it. It's probably a dumb idea not to. But again, I just don't see why spending almost $2,000 to cut a lot of plastic, disable the steering wheel adjustment completely, and you know, these are one set of hand controls that Automobility Manufacturing Company, Regina, Saskatchewan. All right, there's the 1-800 number. $500 I believe these were, which you know, Toyota give you $600 for your hand control allowance, which usually doesn't even put a dent. But here, the last ones I bought from Automobility lasted 10 years. This washer completely lost its plastic, but anyway, there's your brake, and gas is pull back, which doesn't hit your knee. With a lot of these hand controls that go forward and then down into your knee, that sucks. These are nice and out of the way, but like I said, these were completely stiff mounted, didn't move, and whatever's tightened up down here, I try to tighten it again, but there's a set screw in there and stuff. And you know, like I said, that wore out and had problems. And my lovely wife way prefers driving with these hand controls. They're not as much in the way, they're not as obtrusive, even though these ones here have literally less pedal covered up. She doesn't like these, and I know why. There's a strap here that pulls the brake pedal back up, because this is all clamping on the brake, and it's the hinge. You know, the brake is literally the hinge for the gas lever, if that makes sense. So, you know, that's discussion for portable hand controls. I really like these still, and everyone who commented on these that were posted 10 years ago on my page, saying, you know, I don't want to be with you on the street. Well, failure free. I haven't seen a failure yet on these. There's really not much to fail. It's just a piece of climbing rope and a pulley and direct pressure right on the brake, and just a very simple idea. And like I said, in previous models, previous to 2000 about, when they changed all the accelerators to modules. With this climbing rope, you can just tie it right to the cable that pulls out of the firewall. Again, makes it super easy. Again, much less parts than any hand controls I know about, and all made with recycled material. Okay, enough said. Hope that was enlightening for people.